Hey everyone, welcome back to another quick tutorial on some of the nifty little features that Posh Easy One has to offer. I got hit up with a request on how to import endpoint data into the tree view. In the middle you see here Corp DC, Dev Worker, and Root DC. So if you don't have like credentials as far as DA credentials to be able to touch Active Directory and pull down that host data, what are some other ways to do that? I'm going to go ahead and show how we can go ahead and accomplish that without using any credentials. So first and foremost, we want to make sure that at least our machine that we're doing this from has some sort of like network resolution when it comes to like DNS, right? And what do I mean by that? Go here to your network adapter options, and you can see here cyberlabs.local and IPv4. You just want to make sure that you have proper resolution set up so that the pointer records and stuff resolve to the host name. So maybe the DNS is being served on the DC. Ensure that you have all your networking correctly configured before doing this, right? If that makes sense. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and click on this, and we'll get rid of all of this endpoint data right here. And we'll go ahead and say yes, get rid of these, and we'll go ahead and clear this list. So let's say we know our subnet range for, I don't know, 10, 20, 30 hosts that we want to query or ping, or maybe do like a quick testnet connection. Because essentially this is what's going on right here, is testnet connection to see if we can test whether or not like a certain port's open, okay? If we get a response back, then it'll populate right here in the middle under DNS resolution, and then we'll take it a step further. So this is going to be the first method of importing host data into your tree view here for you doing initial or additional queries. If you have like WA creds or something like that, right? Or the ability to PS remote to endpoints and do additional, hunting or queries or whatnot, right? Or DFR or whatever you want to do. So right here, I have 10.10.200, and then we'll set our first IP in the subnet that we want to start with, and then maybe there's only like 15 hosts that we want to do. So we'll just do like 1 to 15, okay? And then we'll look for hosts that are in this range right here, with port 445 open. So we have our settings right here, as you can see, and we'll scale it down to like 10 milliseconds, because maybe the whole entire WAC 24 that we might choose is full, like every single IP is taken up. And we want to do this as quick as possible, so we might want to scale this timeout down a little bit, right? Don't scale it down too much because you might miss something, but 10 milliseconds is okay for demo purposes, okay? So let's go ahead and execute the scan real quick. And as you can see, it's completed. So we have actually 3 responses back from 3 hosts with port 445 open. And what we'll do is go ahead and select all. And since we have our proper networking IPv4 settings set up for DNS and whatnot, we'll go ahead and see if we can do DNS resolution. And if we're successful, we will get the host name back that is correlated to the pointer record for DNS, right? And what we'll do is we'll select all right here, and we'll go ahead and add this to our computer list, and go right here, just click on canonical name, and there you have it. We have our 3 hosts under our tree view. And yep, so there's that. Now, if you want to get everything back from the domain controller wherever Active Directory is being served out of, if you want to go ahead and pause this video, you can. I got this from Daniel Komnick's GitHub page under the 4.0 branch under his examples of scripts and stuff. Just ensure that when you're doing this, that you take in consideration that this is version 7.1 right now, and that if you go into examples and demo data, you look at how the tree view data endpoint CSV is laid out, just ensure it's following the same standard categorization as far as name, operating system, canonical name, IP address, and so on. But if you want to give this to your DA, your domain administrator, say, hey, can you run this please? Here's what it does. Which is essentially going to get all back 80 computers from Active Directory in a nice CSV, so that when we get that CSV, we can take it and we can put it in our user data right here, okay? And in this tree view data is actually going to be the 3 endpoints that we imported by doing the DNS resolution from the IP scans that we did earlier. So I hope this was informative for like another way of trying to get host data or at least a populated tree view for endpoints inside Posh EasyWin. If you want any more videos, tutorials, or any kind of little things here and there, just hit me up. I'll be glad to show you. You guys take it easy.